Some other stories making headlines across the country. The body of a California man who was swept out to sea while trying to take pictures of last month's tsunami has been found. Dustin Weber's body was found earlier this month on a beach in Oregon, about 380 miles away.
To have the ocean bring him back to us is almost a godsend in a way.
I just felt the pain all over again. It was like reliving the minute I found out about the whole accident.
Just kind of having to accept that, you know, it's not going to have our best friends around, you know?
Elsewhere, the mayor of Los Angeles has been slapped with a fine for not reporting free tickets to sports and entertainment events, you know, like the Emmys and the Oscars. The City Ethics Commission fined Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa nearly $21,000. An investigation found the mayor's failure to report the gifts was unintentional. 4 city council people were also fined. Power's back on now, but for about 6 hours last night, the National Mall, including the Lincoln Memorial in D.C., was dark. A power cable was severed nearby, knocking out electricity to the National Mall. A bumpy time for pop star Justin Bieber, who's on tour in Israel. He's become a political football. Really? I'm serious. The Beeb has ticked off the Prime Minister. CNN's Zain Verji is covering that story from London. This is such a strange story, Zain.
It is, and the Beeb finds himself right in the middle of this, being totally kicked around here. Basically, he was really looking forward to this trip to Israel, and he's been going around to the holy sites, and he says the paparazzi have been following him everywhere, so he's not really having a great time. He says he is super frustrated on Twitter. But with the political stuff, what happened is the Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, apparently refused to meet him because what's being reported is that Bieber did not want to meet with a bunch of kids in a particular area that had been attacked by rockets, presumably by Hamas. And so both now the Bieber camp say, well, that's just not true. But the Prime Minister's camp says, look, you know, we weren't planning a meeting, we were just discussing it, and they were trying to downplay it, but he certainly found himself caught up in a little bit of drama over in Israel.
Yeah, I guess he won't be meeting Benjamin Netanyahu anytime soon. There are other
Beeb is not going to meet BB.
There's another fascinating story you're on today about the nails that might be the nails used in Jesus' crucifixion.
Yeah, you know, 2 pieces of metal. You know, these nails were found quite a few years ago, and they were in a safe at the University of Tel Aviv, and apparently they could be linked to the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. One person said, hang on a minute, you have nails, and it was from a tomb that was from 2,000 years ago, and you didn't think to go, hey, maybe we should look into whether there was a link with Jesus. So they're looking at that right now, but there are a lot of skeptics saying, no, it's not possible.
Yeah, okay, and then I don't know much about this third story, but I hear it's very strange. The check in the pen.
It is my favorite story of the whole day, Carol. Take a look at this video, okay? You need to check this guy's pocket. This is the Czech president, Václav Klaus. Now, he's sitting there on the left, you can see, and he sees a pen in front of him, and he looks at it, and then he takes it, and he puts his hands under the table, and he switches pockets, and then his hands come up empty. So basically, he nicked the pen. There were semi-precious stones on it, but it was caught on camera, and so this thing has gone totally viral. It's on YouTube. It's got millions of hits, and actually, over in the Czech Republic, they've got this Facebook page dedicated to him, and they're asking people to make contributions since he really needs pens. And so on May the 2nd, they want everyone in the country to send pens to his office.
Presumably so not with semi-precious stones.
Right. Well, exactly. Now, I mean, if you saw that, you know, in events, you just kind of take that good stuff, right? I mean, even at the White House, people like taking like the tissue paper that has, you know, the emblem
presidential
on it
seal,
so,
right?
But this guy. Right, but the seal, and so this guy figured, you know, I'll just take the pen, but he did it in full view of everyone, and he looks you know, kind of dodgy, like he's doing something criminal. You know? So this has gone viral. President Václav Klaus insists that he does this all the time. He says, I take stuff all the time. And he said, this wasn't a pen anyway, it was a stylus.
It was a stylus. That's really funny. He was sneaky about it, though. Not sneaky enough, though. Zane Verjee.
He was.
He was.
Yeah.
Always a lot of fun talking with you. Thank you, Zane.